And yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know. But yeah, you know. Anyway, there's a lot of nooks and crannies here that are actually really beautiful spots. So the Manly Ferry just stops at the front there, and that's Sydney Harbour. And yeah, beautiful, glorious day, you know, to be at the beach. I thought about going to the beach today, but I just came here to make these purchases, and yeah, I was mainly interested in just going for a bike cruise as opposed to you know, going to the beach. But I might go to the beach tomorrow. So yeah, that's you know, on the back burner, if you like. I'm planning to leave early tomorrow and yeah, just go to the beach and enjoy myself. So I'm just gonna go around the corner here and you know, turn to the left, and then after this bend there's a little area that you can stop and you get some amazing views of Sydney Harbour, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here in a minute and show you some of these amazing views. Oh, that was a Manly Ferry. Anyway, let's have a little bit of a stop. Check it out. Magical. So as I was talking before, see that opening over there? It's kind of like a narrow gap. Well, that's the ocean, you know, the Pacific Ocean, if you like. And on really rough days, okay, there's big waves, and as the ferry comes across from downtown Sydney all the way here, then it gets really choppy and the ferry, you know, has to go up and down, you know, battling those waves. But today it's rather calm and pleasant, and when you go on the ferry, man, it's absolutely beautiful. You get to see all this amazing, beautiful scenery, all these apartments and houses on the foreshore, beautiful boats. You know, that's a national park where you see all that greenery there. All these apartment blocks here, you know, the lifestyle, if you know what I mean. Alright, so let's get going, and yeah, and I'm just gonna be hugging the coast and you know, just showing you scenery, if you like. Really nice spot over there to do scuba diving or snorkeling. The other day I was looking on Amazon, and Amazon suggested to me, you know how when you buy products, Amazon will suggest to you products and things like that. They suggested to me one of those underwater scooters. In other words, it's kind of like one of those things that you hang on to, and it has like a, you know, two, what do you call those things that spin around? Two propellers, and has a body built into it, sort of thing, and you hang on to it, and you can use that for scuba diving and snorkeling. And it obviously operates with a battery, and I think it was going for $600 or something. So if you guys are interested in snorkeling and things like that, then that could be something that could be useful, you know, for you guys to help with the snorkeling. So all these properties have gone up in prices, like, you know, we're having kind of like a little mini boom, real estate boom in Sydney. House prices are starting to go up, but that's not good for anybody, you know, if they go up, because eventually what's going to happen is that people get priced out of buying properties. And you know, look at the homelessness. I mean, not long ago I was watching on YouTube, there is a guy called Sherman in Venice. I recommend you watch him. He's a lot of fun. Yeah, nice bloke, you know. He did several videos about you know, the homelessness in Venice Beach and also in downtown California. Man, oh man, I was surprised how there's so many homeless people living in tents. Man, that was just incredible, you know, like I just couldn't believe my eyes. I just didn't think that it was that bad. I knew in New York there was a fair amount of homeless people, but and I knew LA had a fair amount as well, but I didn't think Venice Venice Beach, woo, and lo and behold, man, it's unbelievable. All along the beach promenade, it's just tents after tents after tents. And it's sad to see, you know, because a lot of those people they're in the lack. Some of them are homeless because they lost their jobs. And you know, in America, if you don't have a job, they might not pay you Social Security depending on your conditions. And there's not a lot of public housing for the people either, you know. And let me just turn here for a second. Okay. And there's not a lot of public housing for these poor people, and public housing costs, millions and millions or billions, you know, to house everybody, you know. So, I feel sorry for these people that lose their jobs, and, they go homeless. And then you got people with mental illness, and, people down on their luck. And I just think that, a lot of people, when they see that, they will say to themselves, well, that's the government has to fix that. Yeah, the government definitely has to do something about it, but so do we, you know. If we all live in the same society, then all of us are responsible, you know, to make sure that obviously we are not responsible for people's actions, but we have to take some responsibility to make sure that, you know, advocate, you know, right to our politicians, and let them know that, we don't want to tolerate those things in our society, that level of homelessness, you know, because although people are responsible for their own actions, then what do we pay our taxes for, you know? The situation is going to get worse and worse and worse. It's not going to get better. People can ignore it as much as they like, but with real estate prices going up all over the world, okay, all over the world, then, you know, homelessness is going to get worse and worse. And we have to advocate, we have to let our politicians know by writing to them, by sending them letters and saying to them that, please make sure that your policies reflect, the values that we have in society, is that, you know, we want homes to be affordable for everybody, you know, because it's very difficult to buy a house these days, you know. To buy a good decent house today, depending on where you live around the world, then you need at least $500,000 in Sydney at least, and then only just for an apartment. And then depends on what area you live on, you know. You're looking at a house on average, you won't get a house in Sydney, anywhere in Sydney, for under $1 million, you know. They cost at least $1 million and up. And an apartment, you're looking at least a minimum of $500,000 or $500,000, you know. That's why we got to advocate, you know, and say to the government, look, you know, we don't want house prices to keep going up, because in the long run it's not going to help anyone. You know, what if you are a father today and you got several kids, right? How are they going to afford to buy a house in the future? They're going to be staying longer in your house because they can buy or can afford to buy a house or an apartment, because it's just getting ultra expensive. People are getting priced out, you know. So I don't want to see house prices go up, you know. I really don't. I think that they are high enough as it is, and people are struggling, you know, to pay their mortgage, you know. These days, you really need two people, you know, like husband and wife, you know, to get out there and work hard and earn a decent living to pay for a house and an apartment, you know. And unless you inherited, you know, a house or an apartment from your parents, then you are one of the lucky ones, you know. But you know, I just don't want to see house prices go up anymore. I just think that they're just way too high, and I think that a lot of people should advocate for homeless people, you know, and write letters to the government and say, hey, you know, we want you guys to build, you know, public housing for the poor people, because nobody can live like that, you know. How can, you know, you walk the streets, you know, of